Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Well, we're going to play Muse here in a second, and we have music entertainment news coming up. Wow, more shocking news. I thought it'd all be over now as we figured out what happened to Gene Hackman, but there's really an update you have to hear about. Yeah, it's coming up here in 4 minutes in music entertainment news. Plus, by the way, at 9 o'clock, we have a major concert announcement. Plus, we'll have tickets for The Refused at the Salt Shed. If you like the show The Bear, their song New Noise used in there in the TV show The Bear all the time. So a lot coming up in the next 10 to 15 minutes here with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We were just getting the last nominations for Piece of Garbage Madness that we'll have the bracket drop Thursday morning. In fact, the matchups, we'll try to drop the bracket Wednesday, but the matchups will start Thursday morning throughout the show and throughout the day here on Q101 of people and things that were pieces of garbage in the last year. Now, I'm on there for buying all the Oasis tickets and not giving Kenzie a chance to buy any. Case is on there for drinking all the Jarritos at Kenzie's kid's birthday party.
Just saying it like that.
And then Kenzie was like, well, what am I on there for? And, well, the listeners have responded. What do you got?
That's right. So there's a few nominations for what Kenzie could be on Piece of Garbage for. I will read them all at once, and then please on the text line, 312-591-8300, let us know what you like the best. The nominees for Kenzie are Kenzie spilling a drink in her husband's car.
Oh, my God.
Kenzie for giving tickets to Losers and Clash with Kenzie.
Hey.
Kenzie for body-shaming Case with his doctor's note during the weigh-in challenge.
Oh.
Kenzie's son for stealing from Hobby Lobby.
Okay.
The baby, by the way.
6 months old.
And he was a thief. Kenzie's quest for soup cans for her kid's birthday party.
It was normal cans.
And Kenzie for not inviting the crew members to her son's 1-year-old birthday party.
Yeah.
Brian's never invited crew members to any of his kids' birthdays.
According to the text line, the party sounded very fun and people felt left out.
You know
Oh,
what?
my God.
I think we're just going to have a Kenzie region.
Oh, we should.
All those are going to get in, and they're all going to compete against each other for the Kenzie region.
Tiffany Henyard doesn't have a region, but I'm going to.
How's that make you feel?
Look
Not
at the mirror,
good.
Kenzie.
We also have it's funny to see people texting in. They haven't texted in a long time. This is why this is so fun. And remember, you guys decide who advances. It's all on you. That the very first, second or third time texter says, the red bag Chips Ahoy.
Chips Ahoy or Chips Ahoy?
Chips Ahoy.
Chips Ahoy.
Say that one more time so
Wow.
people
Did
know
I
what you're
just
talking.
question everything about myself?
Oh, happy St. Patrick's Day. Red bag Chips Ahoy.
Wait, what about them?
Well, because one time on the show, a little while back, we talked about those. Case, I think you were the one that said you had those. It's the worst. The blue bag, the classic, is all you need from
Everybody
Chips
likes
Ahoy.
the blue bag. Case has to come in and go red because he's crazy.
I like the red bag way more than the blue bag.
It's the worst.
Those are the crispy ones.
The red ones are the chewy ones.
Chewy ones.
No.
The blue, the classic, or just the
But
classic
they're
crunch.
not like hard. You know what I mean? The blue bag's not like, I don't like when they're like all crumbles, like those stupid granola bars that fall apart.
Well, it's a different category. We're not going to get there today, but maybe they're on the Piece of Garbage Madness too. Granola bars.
That just disintegrate when you touch them.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Music entertainment news. Like we said, a lot coming up, a major concert announcement, and those tickets for The Refused, plus shocking Gene Hackman update. It's Brian and Kenzie, Q101.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, a major concert announcement about 5 minutes away, and we'll give away tickets to that show, plus tickets for The Refused at the end of our music and entertainment news. Well, I thought the whole Gene Hackman thing was all settled as they found out that his wife died first, and then sadly Gene Hackman died about 9 days later when initially people thought he died first, then she died. There were so many conspiracy theories about how it all played out. So we know exactly how it played out as far as what's been told to us. But the question I had from the beginning is a 95-year-old guy, and they were pretty much sitting there for weeks. I thought, don't his kids call him every day? I mean, I call my mom every day, just real quick to say hi. I know Kenzie does too on the drive home. Case has a weekly call set up with his parents.
They get once a week.
Yeah, weekly call.
Once a week.
He does a Zoom with his parents, sets it up on the phone.
We set it up on the Outlook calendar.
Teams meeting.
A Teams meeting. But now we know why no one checked in for a few weeks, because Gene Hackman's will left everything to his wife, not the kids. Yeah. Yeah, he's worth $80 million.
Think you could have divvied it up a little bit.
Well, you know what? Maybe they're not good kids. You know, I like Gene Hackman. I want to believe Gene was a great guy.
Maybe the kids were just in it for the money, not the fatherly commitment.
Oh, God. Do I need to do this?
Son of a bitch.
I don't know if we should.
Jonas Miller, he's
I
a
didn't do the whole
nightcrawler.
thing,
Yep.
Brian.
Yep.
We all started out in the same lab, and Jonas went out and got himself some corporate sponsors. He's in it for the money, not the science.
I had to do the whole thing because it's only at the end there. That's all I have.
Okay.
So basically what it said is this. He's worth about $80 million, and his entire estate, he left all of it to his wife, Betsy. Now, she died first, and she had a will too. It left everything to Gene with provisions that if he died first, it would go into a trust and then to charity. So because she died before him, that potentially renders the will invalid, meaning the kids would be next in line to inherit it because she's dead too, which is not what he wanted, it sounds like. I don't like that.
Well, then he should have had a backup plan. He should have said, if she's dead, it goes to blank blank charity or whatever.
You know, making a will is really tough. As I talked about this last year, I had to step up and make one for the first time in my life, and I choked under the pressure because they ask you, if you are incapacitated, do you want quality of life and pull the plug, or keep you alive at any cost? And Megan went first, my wife, and said, oh, absolutely quality of life. I don't want to be on some machines. And then I'm sitting there with the lawyer looking at me and Megan, and I go, I guess quality of life. And they go, no, do what you want to do. And I go, well, what I want to do is be kept alive at all costs. But now I'm feeling guilty
That way
about it.
Megan can't move on. I'm still alive, baby.
Damn right. Every dollar goes to me, not to you with some date with some guy I don't know. Because I'm incapacitated, you
Let's
see.
drain everyone's bank accounts when you lay there.
That's what I want. So this was really tough. And to your point, Kenzie, did they sit there and try to figure out all scenarios? Now, he was 95 and he did have Alzheimer's, so you think they might have revised it at some point, but maybe he wasn't even mentally capable to revise it near the last couple of years. We don't know because he got the pretty private life. But that is wild. But I don't think he wanted the kids to have the money.
That is so strange to have that bad of a relationship with all of your kids. Come on.
Now, either they're bad kids or, listen, not to say he was a bad guy, but he made so many movies. He probably wasn't home very much while they were growing up. And so they probably were like, well, you weren't a dad. You weren't there to see my first baseball game or when I got an A in math.
Wait, what were they
I'm happy you're laughing at their childhood trauma.
And while you're doing that, give me some more examples. What are the kids mad about?
Psycho.
You weren't there when my dinner was cold to put it back in the microwave. You weren't there when I fell on my bike and I skinned my knee. Toughen up, kids.
Give me one more. What were they mad about?
You weren't there to sharpen my pencil when I was writing a book report. I mean, his kids are like 70. They use pencils. He's 95. All right.
Tristan uses pencils. Do you think nobody uses a pencil anymore?
Does he really use pencils?
Yes, Brian. They have to write stuff.
I just thought pencils were gone. Everybody's got an iPad now.
I gotta ask, I'm only 26 and I'm with Brian. I thought pencils were obsolete.
No, you still gotta write stuff down. Come on, guys.
I don't
You can't
know.
be for real right now.
You educate us, because I don't know what goes on. I think everybody's on their phone
I
and
don't
got
know
an
what
iPad.
goes on in school.
I don't know what's happening there.
What did Gene Hackman's kids sound like? Give me one more.
You weren't there when I had to wash the car and I slipped and fell to pick me up.
Oh, no.
All right.
Well, they're going to be compensated now, so it's good.
Yeah, now they're going to get $80 million. Give that to me. I could buy a house, maybe. I watched
Why
all his...
should you get it?
Because I watched all his movies. I watched Hoosiers
Oh
like
my
100
God.
times. I've seen Enemy of the State. I've seen The Unforgiven about 50 times. I deserve some of it.
There isn't a scenario in which Brian doesn't think he's a deserving recipient. Not one scenario.
Break me off $100,000 of the 80 mil.
What's
That's
the
all I
big
want.
deal?
Who's going to know?
What did Gene Hackman's kids think of the movie Hoosiers?
Oh, you were all filming Hoosiers when I was home trying to play basketball and no one was there to teach me.
Coach my ass.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q 101.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q 101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and time for sports with a big announcement.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
The announcement relates to our next huge broadcast. But before we do that, let's go back. Let's relive Friday at Lizzie McNeil's for our St. Patty's Day broadcast, so you know what you're getting into with the broadcast from Brian and Kenzie.
The Brian and Kenzie Show, live from Lizzie McNeil's. Happy St. Patrick's Day weekend.
From Q
I
101.
thought it'd be funny if I got all on the bar while we did that. Anyways, I'm not allowed to go out anymore.
No. You can't stop with you getting
What
on the bar.
happens when you get on the bar?
Yeah.
I got taken off the bar by my husband.
Mitchell, in 30 seconds or less, kind of explain what your whole deal is.
All right, so Kenzie, she said 7:26. You know, we just started drinking. Maybe you did.
Oh,
one from
oh,
Louis.
it's down. Oh, and they're tied.
Oh, it's tied down to the last cup. Down to the last cup already. Michael's got it.
Piece of Garbage Madness is basically things and people that were pieces of garbage in the last year. We have Perry Farrell for, of course, punching his own bandmate on
What's
stage.
Al?
That's AI.
Oh.
Sandra's here. She's going to Vegas.
Congratulations.
I'm going to Vegas?
Yes.
Just now getting the memo.
Thank you so much. We love you. Lizzie McNeils, we love you. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Oh, my God. Before we get into our next broadcast we need to be at, it is amazing the girl that won the Vegas trip to Alanis Morissette, as we call her name, she just calmly sat up to the table. She goes like, wait, I'm going to Vegas? That's pretty cool. I didn't get the memo. She was
The problem was she was so calm when she got up there because she didn't realize. She just heard us calling her name.
Yeah.
I think she thought she was going to, like, play a game or something. And we're like, congratulations on the whole Vegas thing. She's like, what?
Yeah, I mean, she was dying to go the whole time. She kept coming up to check. And then when she finally won it was like, you know, she had a few drinks by then. It's going to saddle up. Oh, I'm going to Vegas?
It was 9 a.m. What do you expect? Of course she had a few drinks by that point.
We thank you so much for coming out to Lizzie's. And now, join us, please, at Almost Home Tavern and Grill 2 weeks from Friday. That's Friday, April 4th, for Brian and Kenzie's opening day broadcast on the north side for your Chicago Cubs. We'll be out there for, obviously, opening day home opener with the Padres at 1:20 first pitch. But we'll be there 6 to 10, and it's our second annual with them. Love that place, Almost Home. It's a perfect spot not only for Cubs games, but for shows at the Metro. It's right there diagonally north of the Metro. We pregame there before the Offspring show. We gave all those tickets away, too, the whole show we had. So, Almost Home, 6 to 10 on Friday, April 4th. And I'm glad. Is my memory wrong? Was the home opener on a Monday last year?
I think it was on a Thursday. No, it
A
might
lot
have
of
been on a
times,
Monday.
yeah, it's very fun that it's on a Friday because that's not the norm. A lot of times it's like midweek and Monday
Yeah.
and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can go for it like I did after Lizzie's. I can just stay at Almost Home till the game, get loaded, and probably miss the first pitch.
That's the spirit.
Yay.
America's pastime at its finest.
Yep, we'll have all kinds of great prizes, just like at Lizzie's, major concert tickets and some fun games. So join us. Get off work right now for it.
And I think that, we said this a million times for Lizzie McNeils. The same thing rings true here. If you can't make it right at 6 a.m., but you can make it at 8:30, show up at 8:30. If you can show up at 6 a.m., but you have to leave at 7, we had a ton of people do that at Lizzie's because they, ended up going to their jobs. Feel free to do that. We just want to see you at some point. And the beauty is, again, it's so close to Wrigley Field that, hey, if you're going to opening day, set up shop there and walk your ass down to Wrigley come first pitch.
Yeah, I got to get some tickets. Kenzie, you already got your opening day tickets?
Yup.
Because I know you guys have season tickets. You don't get any spares anywhere?
No, we don't have spare tickets. They're just ones that we've bought.
I'm kind of looking for a little freebie here.
Oh, yeah, wait, hold on. Don't you have 4 tickets? Can't Brian and I have 2?
Already sold them.
Yeah.
We sell all of our tickets. I have to give you their information? What do you mean to who?
Maybe we can buy them from them.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell? You didn't think, hey, maybe Brian and Case want a piece of that?
No, I didn't want to spend like $600 on you guys. Not really.
$600. Oh, my God.
Yeah, no thank you.
Yeah, listen, I understand the dilemma of season tickets that you got to sell them right when you get them if you're not going to all the games. Like you have tickets you're keeping for yourself. I was just hoping,
You guys don't even remember my birthday. I was supposed to spend
July
really?
4th, birthday of America. I remember. Come on.
Come on.
Speaking of the Cubs games, of course, tomorrow morning, live while we're on the air. So 5:10 first pitch tomorrow and on Wednesday, 5:10 a.m., I should say, for those games in Japan. And Kenzie's husband got up this morning to practice getting up along. And he's not alone. As we found out, a lot of our listeners did the same, is getting ready for a big Cubs Japan game watching party. That's a bad name for it, but that's what it's called right now.
Yeah. He got up to train himself to wake up early. And then he told me, by the way, I invited a bunch of friends over. I'm like, cool, you still have the kids tomorrow morning. I don't know if that's set in for him yet. We're going to find out.
Can't wait for that. Also, one of the funniest headlines of the week that won't make headlines. The Chicago Bulls championship banners had to be taken down because they were damaged by the pyro at the Disturbed show last week. They're gone for the rest of the season. See, I almost read it first with the headline that they're never coming back. But they are. They're going to fix them. Because of popular demand coming up at 7:03 tomorrow morning, I will have a Disturbed remix to the Alan Parsons Project, the lineup song for the Bulls for so many years. Somehow I'm going to make that work for you. That's a mashup requested by you, and it's going to happen. Also, of course, with the brackets, remember there's a $1 million bracket challenge at Q101.com. Get your brackets in by tomorrow night's play-in games. But the games that you should keep an eye on, obviously, locally, Thursday, Purdue versus High Point at 11:40 a.m., Wisconsin at Montana, or versus Montana at 12:30. My Michigan Wolverines against UC San Diego at 9 on Thursday. But Friday, keep an eye on Illinois. They play the winner of the play-in game, Xavier in Texas, at 8:45, a perfect Friday night. And Case's dark horse pick for the tournament, Michigan State, will be at 9 p.m. against Bryant. Also Kentucky versus Troy on Friday at 6:10. Just some games to keep an eye on.
Again, no affiliation with Michigan State, but I watched more college basketball than ever this year, and I really like Michigan State.
That's pretty good. Hey, go to DraftKings. If you're a new member there, use the promo code KQX. It's a great deal, so make sure you do it down the DraftKings app and go ahead and do that.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
So remember, with all the elite stuff we have to give you this week, in Clash with Kenzie tomorrow, make sure you're on the phones around 7 o'clock for a chance to an evening with Mark Hoppus at the Riv. It's been moved from the Park West to the Riv about his new memoir. That's just one of the things tomorrow. Of course, 7:35, Mumford & Sons. Your chance to see the band this week and meet them. A lot on tomorrow's show already scheduled for you. Kenzie Crimes at 8:20. And before we leave, happy birthday, Billy Corrigan. Happy birthday, Billy.
Billy.
Yeah, it's his
I wonder if
birthday.
he's going to end up sharing a birthday with his baby because his wife's past her due date.
Yeah, we haven't heard anything. He was on the show last Wednesday, I believe it was, when we announced the Lyric Opera House shows, and she is at her due date.
Yeah, I know. So I'm really curious.
Yeah. So happy birthday, Billy. We love you, man, and have a good, stellar St. Patrick's Day. Now, to our takeaways, 312-591-8300, something memorable in the show today that you stuck in your brain. Case, what do you got?
Double Features Mike checked in. Kenzie's old grandma got left in a fire station.
Oh,
That did happen.
it did happen.
Yep, she was 69 when they put her
That's
in
not what it
When they put
happened.
her in the box.
Kenzie, what do you got?
Takeaway from Dave. I should have used sunscreen. Now my face looks like a belt.
Facts.
Don't come crying to me.
And a takeaway from Paul from 219. Takeaway. Gene Hackman's kids. Son of a bitch. They were in it for the money, not the father figure.
Jonas, son of a bitch.
Oh, good one, Paul. Case, what's on the podcast?
Well, this morning we finally got real about our conspiracy theories. We had it out. We hashed it out. We talked conspiracies. Very interesting conversation there. Also, we learned this morning you can witness history in Kenzie's bedroom. A very important...
What?
A very important Wrigley Field artifact has ended up in the place where magic happens. Also, Brian asked the important question this morning, how much are your genitals worth? We got into that $50 million conversation and more on the Brian and Kenzie podcast.
It's all there for you wherever you get your podcast, Spotify, Apple, and the Q101 app. It's newly redesigned. It's slick. It's awesome.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.